Tammy, do you love surprises? Do you like surprises? Hey, Faith, do you love surprises?
If they're good.
You like surprises, Chris?
I do like surprises, sir.
All right, well, that's good. I got some surprise questions. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, I would like to welcome everyone to the 24-Hour Boss podcast show today. I want to say good morning to all of you today. It's Saturday, it's early, amen, but it's a great day. I want to say good morning, Just Teach. Good morning, Micah. Appreciate you all being here. I know Just Teach got some. He definitely has a reason to be here this morning. But I want to say good morning to all of you and welcome to the 24-Hour Boss. Hey, this is the show or the channel where we talk about creators content. We talk about podcasting. We talk about um, all kinds of great, amazing things. We also have great, amazing guests that we bring on the show. So I want to welcome you all to this channel. If this is your first time here, I would like to ask that you go ahead and support and follow 24-Hour Boss. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel. If you are watching, like this video, share this video. Also, comment down below and give your support as well to our guest that we're going to have today. And you can give her may have some questions for her. But you can definitely comment and give her some encouragement as we go through with our conversation on today. So want to say, sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. And we definitely have a great show lined up for you today. All right. So I want to get to our bio of our guest. But before we do that, I have just a little bit of news for you. So coming up on June 26th, I'm going to have my friend Tammy Bade, Houston-based attorney and host of Ask Tammy Live. We're going to talk about some creator legal matters. And so if you got some questions about legal matters, maybe trademarks, maybe any type of information in regards to business, also podcasting, I'm going to have her on and we're going to be live. So she's going to be here June 26th, and that's a Monday at 7 p.m. So she'll be here. So if you know anybody that may need that, you want to be here for that episode of Creators Juice. So we'll definitely talk about legal matters. All right. So our guest at hand. So my guest today is a graphic designer and a photographer. She has 15 years experience, actually. She's also a photographer at her local church, which is Full Gospel Holy Temple in Dallas, Texas. She's a graphic designer and photographer for a magazine, Fired Up. And she's also the owner and founder of Manifested Photography, which helps people appreciate their natural beauty. And she's also the wife of Just Teach, Charlton Lewis. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest and friend and sister, Tameka Lewis, to the 24-Hour Boss podcast. Tameka.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am awake. I'm awake now. No coffee, but I'm getting there.
Well, that's good you're awake, and I'm glad you're here. I know you say you're not a morning person, but I'm glad you're making some time for us today to share your great talent with our audience and to all of those watching. So I want to say I appreciate you for being here today and welcome. And I know this is going to be a great show because you're here today. But let's go ahead and jump into this and get started. Okay, so I usually ask the guests, for them to give us a fun fact about themselves. So, Tameka, what is the fun, amazing fact about you that nobody knows?
I actually come from a family of artistic people. So
Okay.
there's other photographers in my family. My mom is a great sketch artist. She should definitely get back
Really?
into that. Yes.
Hmm. So
And
you come from it's in your genes. Is that what you're saying?
yes, I also have some cousins that dabble in floral design and jewelry, custom jewelry.
Okay. All right. So you come from a line of just art and artistry and all of that good stuff. And your mom, you say she's an artist too. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I guess we're gonna have to maybe we have to get mom on here.
Good luck with that, because just trying to get her on camera sometimes is difficult.
I'm sure. And I know, like we were talking before, usually you got the people on the camera. So today we got you on camera. So awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So Miss Tameka. Okay, so I know you a graphic design photographer, all of that good stuff, but I'm pretty sure it didn't start out that way for you. So how did you get started in photography and graphic designs?
I had to be about 20, 21, and I was in college, and I hadn't figured out my major yet. And I just had an epiphany one day cleaning out my closet, because I used to have a ton of disposable cameras, and I would take all these pictures and never take the time to get them developed. That's back when people used to develop film.
I
And
remember that.
yes, and I was like, I should go to school to be a photographer. So that's where it started. And when I came to church, I needed an outlet because I was trying to get used to taking pictures from my class. So it actually started as a project from school. I started taking pictures at church, and it started to be the vein that I operated in at church.
Hmm.
But
Okay, so
go
no,
ahead.
go ahead. No, I was gonna say, so you got started. You had, like you said, you had cameras kind of around, and you just started taking pictures. Was these disposable cameras, by the way?
Yes. The kind you used to purchase in the box at the CVS or
Yeah,
Walmart.
you just drop them off at the, and they develop your film for. That's crazy how technology has changed. We don't even use that type of stuff. But okay, so that's how you got started. Because I remember, seemed like I remember talking with you some years ago, and you were like doing, I think I want to say it was like web design and things like that. But okay, so that's how you got started in photography. All right, so let me ask you: have you, I guess, since then, or maybe leading up to that, because I know you were saying, you say you've been shooting for about 15 years, but professionally you started in 2021. So have you struggled like finding your niche or yourself as a photographer?
Oh, yes. It's so easy to look at what other people are doing and try to emulate that, but everyone doesn't do everything the same. So I had to figure out what I'm best at and not to look at other people.
Right. Not look at, not compare yourself, you're saying, to other
Yes.
people. Okay. All right. Cause I know I think, I mean, just about everybody I've talked to, everybody I've interviewed, they've dealt with that where either they compare themselves or they just feel like, um, I don't know, their talents are not good enough. And so, it's just one of those things. All right. So when did you decide to like turn this gift of photography? When did you decide to? Oh, I think we lost Tameka. There she is. Hang on. There
So
she is. Yeah. So
excuse me.
there she is. We lost you, but no. So when did you decide to turn this gift into shoot it into a business?
So I have had a mentor, the late great Kelvin Oliver, and
Yes.
he taught me a lot about photography when I started shooting for church. And it had been a couple of years after he passed, and we were just talking about how I hadn't taken pictures in so long. And I reached out to another mentor I have now, my current mentor, that I actually met through Brother Oliver. And he does a lot of workshops.
Mhm.
So I decided if I'm going to do this professionally, I need to figure out what I need to do and, operate in the vein of professional to do professional photography with lighting. I'm so used to shooting with natural light and not studio lights. So I had to upgrade my equipment. And it was at that point that I got a little more serious. And shout out to my mentor, Omar Ramos. He has definitely instilled a lot in me and cultivating my gifts. So here I am.
Wonderful. That's wonderful, Tameka, that they were able to pull that out of you, because I know we've had conversations before how you were saying that it's hard, right? Because a lot of us don't like to be on camera, we don't like to be out front, and it scares us to, I guess, to take the next step.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you do in faith. I didn't want to do it. I didn't think I had the capacity to. And I'm only used to doing church photography at the time. So the idea of studio lights was intimidating to me because I didn't know anything about studio lighting. Natural light, that was my thing. Still do it to this day.
Natural light was your thing. Okay. Awesome. So you were shooting at the church before you actually started doing it as a business. So were you, I know we talked about nervousness. Were you nervous doing that as well? Like just doing it at the church?
Yes, because I'm in front of a lot of people. And even though I'm a very sociable person, I'm kind of introverted to some degree. Like I don't like to be in front of a lot of people, and definitely the older I'm getting, I'd rather be not in front of a bunch of people. But yeah, it comes with the territory. I have to be personable with people because I operate with people, and I
Right.
love people, but I don't like shooting in front of large crowds.
Don't
But
like
I'm so
shooting.
good at it though.
You are good, and we'll share some of your work. I mean, you are good at what you do. And actually, I was listening to you were saying Kevin Oliver. I've had three. You're like the third photographer that I've had on here, of course, and all of them have had Kevin Oliver as the mentor. Of course, I've seen his work. We've had him do pictures for our oldest son when he was graduating. I mean, he did amazing work.
Great
But
man.
oh yeah, great man. I mean, he was just a good guy all around. But also, I mean, a great, awesome photographer as well. But yes, so you're the third one that has said that, just how great Kevin Oliver was, and not only that, but just how he impacted many of our lives. Even I'm not a photographer, but I mean, he was always an encourager. He was always talking to me about my sons and all that kind of stuff. So he was just good all around. But that is
Truthfully, before I put my camera down, I was actually working with him behind the scenes, trying to get a feel for studio lighting before he passed. And after he passed, I didn't take pictures anymore.
okay. So you know about the lighting and all of that stuff, right?
At the time, I knew very little because I had just started shooting with him before he stopped taking pictures.
Okay. Well, that's good because we have a lot of people um that have cameras. I say for myself, it's a lot of features in cameras I don't know nothing about. So I'm sure you can help somebody with that. Maybe you can give some classes on some lighting or even features of a camera. That would be great. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. That would be great if you could do that to me.
Yeah, I've been asked that before. I definitely have it on my list of things to accomplish.
Okay, good. Okay, we'll be looking for that. All right. So for those that are joining us, maybe now, look, I'm talking with Tameka Lewis. She is the owner of Manifested Photography, and she's also a photographer. Also, she takes photography at a local church, and also she is a photographer and graphic designer for Fired Up Magazine, which is also a part of Full Gospel Holy Temple. All right. So, in regards to like now the responses that you receive from your clients, like that you serve, because what type of responses are you receiving from your clients?
A lot of them are really surprised at the outcome of the shoot. Some people come into a shoot and sometimes they don't know what they want out of their shoot. So I, as the professional photographer, I take it upon myself because this is my work. You are
Mhm.
my customer, but this is my work as well. I want you to look good, but I also want it to reflect good on my business as well. So I will take the initiative to do the research, and I'll look up themes, or I'll look up poses for you if you're not sure what you want.
So looks like we're having some type of technical difficulties. Hey, Tameka,
Back.
there you are. For some reason, it keeps dropping you for some reason, but we're gonna carry on. We're gonna get through it. Um, so I have a question. I wanted to know, like, what was one of your first gigs that you had outside of church? Like, what was one of your first gigs or projects that you had outside of church?
So my actual first client was the Davis family.
Really?
Yes. His wife and I are really good friends, and they started their family and they wanted some family photos. And they called me, of all people. I'm like, y'all know I don't do professional photography, right? I was so disappointed in those photos, but they were happy. So at the end of the day, if my client is happy, I'm happy. But
Right.
I look at that photo because I still have it. I have all those photos from that first shoot, and I compare it to where I am now. And I'm like, wow, I have made some progress. And that's one thing I try to do too, is not compare myself to other people. I think I said that earlier,
Hmm.
because you can't see your own growth when you do that. But
Right.
I appreciate them because she pushed me out of my comfort zone too. She saw something about me that I didn't see.
Right. Whereas you didn't think your photos were that great. They were like, hey, they are great, or you do good work. I think that's with a lot of us, where we don't look at our work as being that good, but then when other people see it, they're like, man, this is great. I mean, I even look at some of my stuff. I'm like, oh, this is not good at all. But to others, I think it's because you have the professional eye. You got all of these different skills now. It's like, no, that's not good. The lighting wasn't good in this photo. This, that, and the other. So, all right, awesome. All right. So in regards to you getting out your comfort zone, right? So I know you right now you're in a different place than where you started. So considering the fact that we all fail before we seek success, give me your thoughts on the phrase trust the process.
When I think of trust the process, I look at where I am at the moment, where I started, because there's always a middle before you get to where you want to be. And there's a process to get there. So even though I might not be where I have my eyes set on getting, I have to understand there's some steps I have to take to get there. There's some things I have to learn to get there before I can get to that point. And it doesn't happen overnight. So I have to remember to take the time to invest in myself, make sure I'm spending the time I need to learn what I need to learn to get to that point. So it's going to be frustrating. It's very frustrating, but trust the process, because there is a plan in place for you to get to where you're trying to get.
Right. And you know what? You said the same thing that when I interviewed Octavia Bradley, that was one of the first things she said was to like invest in yourself. And
Great minds.
oh yeah. Oh
Minds.
yeah. Oh yeah. She's great too. But that's what she said too. You have to invest in yourself. It's kind of like believing in yourself. But and like you said, I like what you said too, that it doesn't happen overnight. And I think some people, they jump into this and they think that, oh yeah, once I get a few photos out there, or once I get my socials up, then everybody's gonna be coming and all that. So sometimes it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, my mentor always fusses at me like, don't buy no more equipment. Learn what you got. Once you learn and accomplish and tackle that, then get more equipment. You can't just start buying stuff and expect to know how to use all of it at one time.
That is excellent advice, and that's another thing that I think some people think that they got to get the greatest and latest equipment, and sometimes even your mobile phone
I
could
was
do
just
that.
going to say that I've seen some awesome shots with a phone.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, yes, these phones do some amazing shots. I mean, look at your husband. He did his whole YouTube channel with his phone, so you know you can do some great things with your phone. But that's great advice. All right, in regards to graphic designs, um, are there any must-haves that you recommend, or maybe best practices or applications? What do you suggest for people out there? Maybe somebody want to get started in graphic designs or even photography. Um, I know you said you could start out with your phone, but I don't know what advice or tips could you offer?
Definitely YouTube. If you don't know how to use YouTube, I have some experience with Adobe, all the Adobe apps, and that's because I started to edit those photos, and it's very tedious. So definitely YouTube. I use Lightroom. As far as graphic design, I feel like I'm more on the photography side when it comes to that. So I tend to still just use Adobe because I use that suite for everything from flyers to layout for magazines. Everything I do is either in Adobe Creative Suite or on Lightroom editing photos for that.
See, I think my daughter has used Lightroom, but I've never used Lightroom. I think I need to probably tap into that using Lightroom. And what is the Adobe? What's their main? Can't think of the name of their main
Photoshop.
Photoshop. That application has so many different tools. It's like it's. I mean, it's scary looking at all the things on the screen and the features and all that on the screen. So maybe you can also give classes on using Adobe Photoshop too. I'll just go ahead and throw that out there
Not
too.
there yet. Look, that thing is massive as far as learning all those tools and gadgets on there. They do give you tutorials in the app though. Like if you click on a tool, it'll show you how to use it. But
Mhm.
definitely YouTube. That's my go-to.
Oh yeah, YouTube. Now YouTube is definitely a lifesaver. I mean, you can find out a whole lot of stuff. YouTube. I go to YouTube for a whole bunch of stuff. So yes, YouTube, and YouTube is free. That's one of
That's
the great things about YouTube. It's free.
free.
All right. Okay. So Tameka, I want to share some of your work with our audience that you sent me. I asked you for some of your best shots, and so I want to share some of that. Of course, there's Tameka right there, Tameka Lewis. All right, so let's get to that. Okay, so here is, and that is, I know that's Imani. I know Imani, great young lady. But this
We
looks like a great. Oh yes, this looks like a graduation photo that you took,
mm-hmm.
and I guess that's in the studio. I guess that's what I'm guessing. I
Yes.
don't know. You got some backdrop or something on there.
Backdrop, one light.
That's just one light.
Yes.
Hmm.
And there's a reflector on the right side of her.
Okay. See, you helping us today. So she got to reflect on the side of us. Now let me ask you. So like this setup, I guess I mean, she contacted you for a graduation photo, but do you do you come up with do your clients come up with the themes? Is that something you help them with, or how does that work out?
Well, the thing was already set with her graduating, but she came up with some ideas and I collaborated with her on her ideas.
Okay.
The posing and everything, I posed her, but she definitely had some ideas of her own. So that helped me mold and shape the vision that she wanted for her graduation photos.
So you just like enhance what the people give you.
If
Pretty
they
much.
give me something.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go to this next one. All right. So that's the Cannon family. Of course, we know who that is. But
Great people.
that's a great family photo right there.
That was the biggest shoot I ever did. Because I
Really?
didn't just shoot them, I shot their entire family. So
Okay.
that was a challenge, but we got it done and they're all fun people.
Oh yeah. I love the Cannon family. So I'm assuming they came up with the colors and but
Mhm.
you did the shot for them.
I
That
did.
is, yeah, that's a great shot. Who is this? Oh, I guess I'm getting to some of these comments here. I guess that's one of your first. Is this your first client?
First client.
Say that's my favorite photographer.
Always been
Awesome.
a big support. Much appreciated.
Oh yeah, it's good to have support, definitely. But yes, that is. I mean, that's a great family photo. So this shows your versatility as a photographer. You know, you do graduation photos, you can do family photos. Of course, we got some other photos here that you did as well. And I think this is I guess a baby shoot.
Yes. So my best friend was pregnant with her last. So she has four. And she wanted me to do her maternity shoot and she wanted the kids involved. So it was a maternity slash family shoot.
Okay, yeah, and I had to get zoom into that to the picture that the little girl is holding. It says, "My parents did not practice social distance."
No, yes, they had a pandemic baby.
Awesome. Yes, there's a lot of pandemic babies out there. But that is a great photo though.
Thank
Um,
you.
Now let me ask you about camera lens because I know some people we don't know. Well, I'll say a lot of us we don't know about camera lenses. So, what should a person do is in regards to camera lenses? You know, can they go with the I guess the default camera lens that maybe a camera comes with, or when should a person decide I want to upgrade and get a maybe a better camera lens? I guess is the better question.
It depends on what you're trying to do as far as shooting. If I'm doing something where I'm at an event, I definitely want a lens with a stabilizer on it. And I usually shoot with a 70 to 100 or a 70 to 200. But that stabilizer helps you keep your camera steady so you're not getting any shakiness in your shot.
Okay, what is a 70 to 100? What is that?
So that's the millimeters of the lens and the distance that it goes. I could shoot with an 85 millimeter, but I'd have to get really close on my subject. I can't shoot far away with that type of lens.
Okay. So that's the third class I think I'm gonna recommend for you. So we need a lens class too, Tameka. So we got a camera class, we got an application class, uh, Photoshop class, and now we got a lens class that we're gonna try to get Tameka to help us with. All right. So I think this is the last photo that we have, but this is like a headshot,
Yes, natural light.
and that's just natural light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
And I actually took that one at the Arboretum. There's a spot there with an over canvas of metal that gives off this silhouette of light. So I was kind of inspired by my high school pictures and I used that setting to get that shot.
okay. Yeah, that is a great natural light shot. And again, like I said, that shows the versatility of your work. You know, you do graduation. I mean, you can do family. You can do, of course, you did the baby shoot, and you do headshots. And just great, amazing work there, Tameka.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks like Deanna Moore says the same thing. Wonderful work. She's a photographer too, Deanna
Yes, he
Moore.
does great work too.
She does. She does do great work. And Latasha Hill says, my wife, beautiful. That is a great shot. That is a
Thanks,
great
my
shot.
friend.
That is a great shot. And Deanna again, wow, this is bomb. Yeah, that is a great shot. When I saw it, I was like, man, that is a good shot. And that's just all natural light, which I think natural light, I think brings the best or allows you to shoot the best photos. I think that's me, natural light, especially like in the snow. I think when it snows outside, I think the lighting from snow.
Yes, because it reflects light.
Hmm. But yes, those are some great, amazing shots, Tameka.
Definitely have to know the time of day you're shooting if you're shooting with natural light because sometimes the light is not kind depending on the time of day.
Awesome. Well, see, you can help the people out with that, Tameka, because we don't know much about lighting. I mean, I know natural light is great, and I know not to take shots in the sun, but you can definitely help us out with that. All right. So, Tameka, do you like surprises?
I knew you were about to ask me that question. Yes, it depends on the surprise. What you got for me?
Well, I have some surprise questions for you. So I hope you like these surprise questions. Okay, so my first question. This is a role reversal question. Okay.
Okay.
This is a role reversal question. All right. So if you and your husband just teach had to switch roles, you had to do one of his live teaching sessions and he had to go to do one of your photo shoots, who do you think would come out the winner on this role reversal?
He probably would.
You
Because
think he would come out the winner?
I think he would. Because he actually, when I go on shoots, sometimes he goes with me and he's pretty good with the camera. And he's
Really?
learned a lot about lighting himself from Just Teach. So yeah, I'm not used to being in front of the camera as far as video goes. We can do photos all day, but if you ask me to do Just Teach, I'm probably gonna bomb it.
Man, I don't know. Maybe he can help you with that, Tameka.
You would
I
have
think
to
he.
help me.
So you think he would come out the winner? I've been trying to. I was trying to get my wife to produce some of these shows for me, and she's like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." So, but
It's
no,
a
I
whole
mean, okay,
different world. Like, yes, yeah, there's a camera being used, but like the process is completely different.
okay, yeah. I mean, I can agree with that. That the process is different. Plus, it's something that you're not comfortable with. He's probably more comfortable with that. But I don't know. I was wondering if you would think that you wouldn't know the answer to that question. Um, but yeah, he is pretty good with the lighting and stuff since he does the Just Teach and all of that good stuff. All right. So our next surprise question for you is, what do you think your mentors would say of your progression or the work that you currently do as a photographer?
They would definitely say I've come a long way, but that I'm not done. They're always pushing me to definitely not get comfortable where I'm at, that there's always more to learn. So, yes, I've made progress, but there's still a lot that I have to learn.
So they would say you've made progress, but there's a lot for you to learn.
And
Okay.
especially in this field, because stuff changes so much, like you could get used to doing one thing and something completely different comes out, and you have to keep up. Like AI is definitely a good example of that. A lot of
That is
photographers feel threatened by AI.
that is true because a lot of these programs you can just type out something and it'll create a photo for you. So yeah, AI is crazy. And Just Teach said, in regard to our first question, the role reversal, he said she's being modest. This young lady is powerful in the word. Hmm.
Is being biased.
He said you being modest. So that might mean that y'all will come out as a tie,
Tiebreaker.
or you know, who knows? Tiebreaker. Right. Tiebreaker. All right. Okay. So our last surprise question. I'm pretty sure if you watched some of these episodes, you know what the last surprise question is. But for those that are listening and those that are eavesdropping in the back, Tameka, I need you to answer this question. Team iPhone or Team Samsung?
Definitely iPhone all the way. I have not used a Samsung in almost a decade.
So you did used to use a Samsung.
Nope. Been Apple. Ever since I went Apple, I have not gone back.
Right, but I said you used to use a Samsung, right? Or you used to
Used
have
to.
a. Okay. So you said over 10 years ago. So did Just Teach coerce you into using the iPhone?
Nope. We were both iPhone users. Perfect match.
Ah, that's how y'all knew y'all was the perfect match. Y'all both compared iPhones. Y'all were able to.
I'm gonna act like I didn't see that.
Your favorite client said boo to
I
your
saw that. I'm gonna act like I didn't see that.
team Android. Team Android. Okay. Team Android. But hey, hey, people love what they love and like what they like. So I wouldn't definitely not complain against anybody because you use what you use. And whatever works for you, it works for you. So I got no complaints to that. But so for anybody that has a problem with Tameka and her being Team iPhone, you got to go talk to her and probably got to talk to Just Teach. All right, wonderful. Okay. So, Tameka, if you could offer advice to impact change in the world, what would that advice be?
Just be you. You are created to do something great that someone else was not created to do. If you're trying to be someone else, you're not going to accomplish your purpose in life. So if you want to make an imprint in the world, if you want to make an imprint on people, be yourself.
Just be you, be yourself. Awesome, awesome, excellent advice. Actually, I think like I was saying, Octavia, I think she said something along those same sentiments. Just be
See, we
you.
and her, we in the same vein. We look,
I'm
that's
trying
my
to tell.
friend. Yes, that is my friend.
There's some kind of connection there, I guess, with photographers. Be yourself, do you. Don't worry about other people. But great advice, awesome advice. Thank you for sharing that. We got some more comments coming in with the last surprise question. Deanna Moore says, "Oh, she's also a photographer." She says, "Yes, iPhone." Actually, I think all the photographers that I've had on here, I think they all use iPhone.
I'm sure my mentor is on here. He's definitely not.
Oh, he's Team Samsung.
I'm not sure if he's using a Samsung, but it's an Android.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Let's see who else is chiming in. Oh, Cecilia says, "Great advice. She loved your advice you gave." Michael Fleming says, "Team iPhone, Team T-Mobile." Okay, hey, I like T-Mobile. I like T-Mobile too. All right, awesome. Okay, so Tameka, so I know. Let me get our screen back up here to share. So I know, of course, for those that are watching, Tameka is, of course, she doesn't have her social pages yet, but you can find Tameka on Facebook, and also you're on Instagram too. Is that right?
I'm on Instagram.
She's on Instagram and on Facebook. So she does great work. Of course, she does. I mean, like I said, if you see any of the photos from Full Gospel from their page, or actually even from her page, a lot of those photos she takes. So she does great work. She takes amazing photos. I mean, amazing graphic designer, amazing content. So you can find her on social media. But she also, like I said, she the work that she does headshots, she does graduations. I don't know. Is there anything else that I missed, Tameka?
No, that's pretty much my vein right now.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. So you can find her, like I said, on social media. If you need her, check her out and check out Manifested Photography. It's Tameka Lewis. So I want to say, Tameka, we appreciate you being here with us today. I want to thank you and thank Just Teach for allowing you to be here today. I know it's early in the morning, but I want to say we appreciate you. So, ladies and gentlemen, the great Tameka Lewis.
Thank you for the opportunity.
I know it's a challenge to get on here, and I know it can be it can be hard being on these lives. I do know that, but I want to say I appreciate you. I want to thank all of you for joining us on today. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for adding your comments and your encouragement for this great woman. And we want to say we appreciate her and encourage her. Hey, and go patronize her if you need her. Uh, check her out. And I want to say thank y'all again for watching. Thank you, Tameka. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you all. Hey, go out there and create some good content, everyone. And y'all have a blessed day. Appreciate you.
Thank you.